We're at the West New York High School where Dr. Oz has come to do a night of conversation with students and parents alike to discuss the dangers of drug and alcohol abuse, which is an epidemic in the country today. The night of conversation with Dr. Oz at West New York High School focused on the epidemic of addiction in our country.
Part of the problem addiction is so prevalent in America is we don't respect how dangerous it is. There's a reason it's become the #1 cause of accidental death in America for people under the age of 50. And so if we don't get more serious about some of the things we've done that have caused it, we'll never be able to root it out. As an example, I'm a doctor, and I'm very proud of the training that I got, but no one ever taught me how to prescribe pain medications. Like most physicians, and on average we get less training than veterinarians get in pain management, I began to believe about 10 years ago that I should always make sure my patients had no pain and give them the medications to ensure that, because it was the right thing to do. And it turns out that there are a lot of people who don't tolerate pain medications well. I mean, the classic story of someone addicted is a 35-year-old construction worker, never had a problem their whole life. They get back pain. A doctor like me gives them medications. After a week and a half, 2 weeks, they're addicted. And with these pain medications actually make you hypersensitive to pain. It's much more difficult to come off them than you would imagine. And then you resort to worse scenarios, like having to get cheaper versions, fake versions, sometimes even street drugs. And then you run into the catastrophes we're seeing.
The parents and students that attended were educated on the dangers of prescription medication as well as street drugs and alcohol. The live program consisted of tweets with questions as well as conversation with students and parents during the forum.
So if you're watching this broadcast right now, or anyone in this room, and you're in recovery, be vocal about it, brag about it. If you had breast cancer, you got past that, you talk to your friends about how it was hard, but you got through it. People who are addicted don't think that recovery is real because they never hear from people who were in recovery and got past it. So,
Health Corps is a charitable organization that Dr. Oz has been working with for the past 12 years, and they work closely with students on a prevention education basis. Dr. Oz and his team of professionals gave live demonstrations on how the brain and liver work while under the influence of alcohol and drugs.
That's what a normal piece of liver should look like.
sure.
This is what happens when your liver starts getting a little bit diseased or very diseased. It starts to become fatty. I don't know how many people eat foie gras, but that's what that looks like. The most diseased liver is a cirrhotic liver. So you can see it gets all the liver tissue starts to die. You get all this fibrosis and fibrous bands, and the liver ends up shrinking. It gets really hard. So you guys can feel, well, these aren't going to feel that. So you can feel the difference between this one and the one at the end.
Dr. Oz made the point that addiction is a disease, just like a heart disease, diabetes, and cancer, all of which may be fatal if left untreated. Hudson TV also interviewed West New York Mayor Dr. Felix Roque, who stressed the importance of using pain management medication with safety and caution, as 4 out of 5 individuals addicted to heroin started using prescription medication first.
And I deal with pain management. I deal with the horrors of seeing young men and women addicted to this kind of medication. But there's going to be a light at the end of the tunnel, and Dr. Ross is actually pointing us in that direction. So we're very happy and proud to have him here at West New York.
Julie Matthews here with Hudson TV, and remember, we are committed to you.